Hello, beautiful alchemist. Welcome to our collective general reading for the week. This is for the week of August 23rd, 2026, and it is officially Virgo season. The sun moved into Virgo on the 22nd. So happy birthday to all of the beautiful Virgos out there. And one other thing I want to mention about this energy is we have a full moon in Pisces, which will be a lunar eclipse on Thursday. And when I was connecting to us energetically, what was coming through, I took a couple of notes. The first word I heard was maturation and what's revealed in a spiritual context. It feels like that is what we are being asked to have an awareness of. What is revealing itself that is helping us to mature spiritually on our paths? So that could be what is awakening in your heart, what is awakening in your mind. What is it that you are starting to realize that is more clear or more pronounced this week? Take note of emotions, of thought forms, whatever comes into your awareness, not the things that you are chasing or trying to think of, but rather what just makes itself known in a very palpable way, whether again through thought, feeling, whatever your experience may be. And also, this could relate to your path. There could be illuminations around how you are expressing yourself throughout your life, but also just a deep reflectiveness, a clarity around what your experiences are, but more importantly, how you're in relationship. How are you showing up and responding to whatever you are being met with in life right now? And then the sun in Virgo, when I connected with that energy, us moving into the season, what was coming through was what must be understood. And so, again, it kind of pairs with this full moon coming this week as well. There's a lot of clarity and recognition of what may need our attention at this time, what may need to be known, what may need to be restructured, reorganized, what needs to be just deeply understood in a more profound way. So pay attention to what comes through for you this week. And let's see what the cards say. Before I get to the cards, I move this off my desk. I preparing for Alchemy of the Oracle. For those of you who may be attending the class, I'm actually sending out, hopefully this week. The class doesn't start until December, but I want to send out the boxes as people are registering so I don't have to do a bunch at one time. So this is the book that you get for Alchemy of the Oracle, not Alchemy of the Seeker, Alchemy of the Oracle. This is the book that you get by mail. And you also get, this one is new, which is the Advanced Oracle Facilitator Workbook that comes in your box as well. And then finally, what you get is this exclusive Oracle cloth that you can use in your readings. It was designed especially for the Energetic Alchemist deck. So once you register, know that you will get this in the mail. Okay, now that that is all aside, I'm excited for those of you who have joined to register for that class, but also those of you who have already joined Alchemy Circle for 2027. Very excited to work with you all, excited about the focus for next year. So you can read more about that on my website if you're curious. But welcome to those of you who are already part of the circle. Even though we start in December, you're already part of the circle. All right. What is going on for us collectively this week? This revelatory energy for all signs for the collective this week. This card is standing out, awakening. We have awakening, we have exploration, we have celebration. Interesting that there are two fire cards on either side of awakening. And then we have two more that came out. We have the dragon and we have breathing goddess. So if you have the deck, I always say pull it out to see what else comes through for you intuitively. We have exploration, we have awakening, we have celebration, and at the bottom we have dragon and we have the breathing goddess. bottom of the deck, we have identity and relation, along with Ouroboros. And this is very interesting because this, I think, points to what was coming through prior to pulling the cards, is really this intelligence of realizing. It feels like layers of, self-realization, becoming more clear, understanding yourself, your emotions, your path, your choices with more clarity, and really starting to own more of what is changing, what is falling away, what is different in yourself or within your life expression, that it's finally time to reconcile with. It feels like that is going to be very important this week. And especially with this awakening energy up top, with the dragon underneath. Again, with the awakening card, if it is this revelation, it is this understanding. This card comes right before the sun. So there is something that is starting to illuminate in your awareness. Something will be understood, but it may be triggered by an emotion, a feeling, just some aspect of our ego. Something may rub against us that is actually what brings into our awareness the truth of what it is we are holding or how we are perceiving things. So, if something does rub against you this week, or if you're already dealing with something that feels challenging or something that is upsetting, stressful, anything that may be pushing any button within you that is contrary to peace, really take this intentional opportunity to soften a bit and give yourself permission to recognize and understand, what is this revealing to me in this discomfort? What is it that I'm trying to escape or to change? Or what is it that I'm claiming I want to experience differently? What is it that feels like a weight on me? And what is it trying to show me? What is it helping me to understand or know about myself differently? What is this situation, this circumstance, this person helping me to recognize about how I am either already changing or what it is that I've been clinging to that is trying to change or transform in my life? It feels so much a lot of knowing. And again, like I said, especially with the sun in Virgo, there is something to be understood. There are things here to be reconciled. There are things to finally take accountability for, that say, I am consciously showing up and contributing to the way that things will unfold from here. Now, while all of this is going on, we also have exploration and celebration on either side. And as I mentioned, these are both fire cards. So some of you may be experiencing a boost of motivation in the midst of all of this. And two things can exist at once. We could be working through something and simultaneously really feel inspired. And sometimes it's our discomfort that inspires us. But no matter what it is, something is inspiring new direction. Something is inspiring handling things differently. Something is inspiring knowing or recognizing or reclaiming yourself in a new way. And that is a beautiful gift because, again, it pours into your transformation, into your alchemy. But it really feels like there's going to be some sort of supportive recognition around this. I get the sense that some of you may have like an element of surprise or aha moment that is welcome, that may be even unexpected as it relates to this. So you may get it feels like, for some of us, not all of us, there may be something that feels supportive from a friend, a companion, maybe even a partner in your life. But I get the sense that you may experience some form of recognition that you weren't expecting, or something that you've been really needing or wanting. But there's also something in this space of transformation and what is being revealed or understood that gives you some sort of encouragement, where you start to also allow the knowing that you have all that you need. You have all that you need. There's a lot more possibility and potential for the direction you're going, what you're changing, what you're growing through. I want to say in this Ouroboros card, what becomes more pronounced at first may be the challenge. It may be the wound, the trigger, the weight. Honor that. Again, what is this teaching me? What is it helping me to understand about myself? However, as you allow yourself to sit with that, even as you allow this lunation to really illuminate the truth of what you've been feeling, or the more the higher view, the more intuitive spiritual view of understanding what is being presented to you, that's where the gold, the purification becomes louder. And that's where you really step into this expression of the breathing goddess, of this kind of this realization of like, wow, I've been carrying this weight. I went through this thing. I've been feeling kind of challenged, but now I see not just the light at the end of the tunnel, but it just feels like this knowing that you're supported, this knowing that there are other options available, this knowing that things aren't as bleak as they may have seemed or felt. It doesn't mean that everything is perfect, but it means that you have a new kind of relationship or understanding with been going on, or what is happening with you, where you realize this transformation has always been about you. Something about this energy is encouraging us to remove more of the layers that have kept us out of stepping more fully into our highest expression, into a more authentic expression, to really owning and recognizing what you are realizing as true about you. This energy, what is being revealed, the good, bad, and different, the high, low, neutral, none of that matters except for the recognition that it is revealing you to you. That is what is awakening. It feels like an incredible new cycle that we're all being initiated into. We also have the prosperity card at the end of this. That's beautiful to get along with this breathing goddess energy, and the celebration card. So I just want to say, if anything is tough, any challenging energies this week, don't get stuck in the idea of clinging to whatever that is, but notice what it's revealing, and knowing that it's also transmuting itself. It's also transforming itself to lead you to something more freeing, something you can be more deliberate about, something you're more aligned with, more attuned with. What are you being shown about you? All right, beauties, don't forget that the readings are general. Take what resonates and leave the rest. For a clear picture of your overall energy profile, watch the videos for your sun, moon, and your rising signs. If you are a member on the app, don't forget that you can watch those videos for your sun, moon, and rising, but you want to watch all three because that paints a clearer picture of that energetic profile for you. And if you are joining me in Alchemy of the Oracle, just be sure that you register before class begins. Class begins, I believe, December 2nd, but you want to leave enough room for me to be able to mail your Oracle box out to you. So, you know, the sooner the better. And also, if you're joining me in Alchemy Circle, if you're thinking about it, on the fence about it, whatever it may be, you can watch the video or read more about it on my website. And that I always recommend that people, you know, decide, because again, as a member of the Alchemy Circle, you get to join us in the foundational part of Oracle School, which is Alchemy of the Seeker. That doesn't include all of this, but you could upgrade if you want to do that. But anyway, just make sure you make your choice before we start class, okay? And it is a year-long mentoring for Alchemy Circle, but Alchemy of the Oracle is, I believe it's 22 weeks, something like that. It's a pretty powerful class. So I haven't taught it, I think, since 2022, because it's so long. I don't do it every single year, but it's a very powerful class. So I look forward to meeting some of you there. I really look forward to those of you who are going to spend a year with me in the Alchemy Circle. And I want to know what comes up for you. This reading is interesting. These energies are interesting. Moving into Virgo season, moving into the energy of this lunar eclipse. What's coming up for you? Let me know. Email me. You can email me and let me know. I'm genuinely curious. So all right, love bugs. I hope you all have a beautiful week, and bye for now.